Welcome to our next technique challenge that we've been doing a series on using the gradient tool, and I hope you've been enjoying doing these various techniques. And here is a layout using the technique I'm going to share with you today. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn off all the text layers so that you can see the basics of what I have going on here. Often you will see this done with a photo of a flower possibly, and when you take your photos, if you're going to be doing this on purpose just for this technique, you'll want to use the rule of thirds, where you have possibly your flower about 1/3 of the way over on your screen, and so this area would be all the foliage and dirt and things without the flower on this side, so that when you cover it up with the gradient you have something to work from. Of course you could flip it and put the flower on this side and the gradient on this side, but then you'll often see after you apply the gradient, you'll notice I did a lot of journaling. It's perfect for a lot of journaling, but often people will just put a title or a quote in this area, and it makes for just a very artistic and simple layout. And so what I'm going to do here is to show you how I created this. I created this using a gradient on a layer mask. Now let me point out that right here under new adjustment layers there is a new adjustment layer for gradient, and we're going to play with that in a future technique challenge. We're not going to be using that with this one. Let me turn off this layer. I've actually got a layer underneath here, just a solid color layer, because you can, as you can see, my gradient layer has some opacity in it, and so I have this solid color layer underneath. Let's go ahead and just turn off both of those for now. Normally you'd make your photo as large as your paper, and it would probably go all the way across over here. You wouldn't have this area here that is with nothing on it, but because I had to work with the photo I have this area here blank, and I had to just work with it, henceforth the solid color background down here that I needed to use. So go to the new adjustment layers and choose solid color, and you know, it'll come up with often white or something, and I put it on the wrong layer there. It came up with often with just white, or maybe the last color that you used, or maybe your foreground color. And so to choose the color for mine that I wanted, I simply made this invisible and then double click right here on the adjustment and moved on out into my photo, and I grabbed a green straight from the background photo, and I just clicked around until I found something that I liked, and then I could turn that back on. Now you'll remember that for layer masks, whatever is white reveals all, and whatever is black is hidden. And so if you look at my layer mask that I made prior to doing this video, you'll see that the black side is black, the left side is black, and the right side is white. And so what is on the black side is where my sun is showing through, and what is on the white side is showing through this green. So let's go ahead and, with your foreground color black, get your paint bucket and click on that layer mask, and let's go ahead and just turn it all black. And so now this green is all invisible. Now I'm going to go get the gradient tool, and I chose a black to white gradient, and we're going to click to edit it, and um, for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and move this white slider over so there's less black. So you can play with these color sliders to get the effect you need. Then I'm going to click on my layer mask again to make sure that I'm applying it to the layer mask, and I'm going to simply draw with this gradient tool. Now you can see I didn't do a very good job. You can see kind of the line of the photo, and you don't want to see that. And so I'm going to just draw again, and you can just keep drawing until you get it. Now see, I didn't draw my line straight, and so that is a technique that you might want to do on purpose, to have that line at a diagonal. For instance, if I drew it like this, you can see what happens. And so you may want to use that on purpose to get what you want, but if you draw a straight line, you're going to get it more straight. And let me turn this background back on. Now you can see that it's beginning to cover up my photo more, but I'm going to just keep drawing until I get something that I like. And I think I've made this to be too much white. I'm going to back that off. So you just keep playing, and you can notice at some points I go all the way back to the beginning and I start over with the gradient, and sometimes I just go part way through. And it's really not giving me as much as I would like. And I want to point out too something else while I'm looking to study why I can't get it like I had it before. I have this reverse box checked. If I unclick it, you'll notice the gradient goes from black to white, and watch what happens when I apply it. Undo. It really messes it up. And so make sure that you have your gradient going in the correct direction. And let's go ahead and edit this again. Let's try making it more black. See, and that is not working well. And so I'm going to go ahead and move this all the way back over. And you just play with it until you find, see that there, that looks pretty good right there. And so you just keep playing with it until you find something that you like. I pretty much liked it when it was like this. Then you'll be able to go ahead and put your text right over it again. So it's pretty simple. A lot of it is just playing with the settings, like I was demonstrating, and how I played with the distance on the gradient itself, and where I began and ended in applying the gradient. So I look forward to seeing your layouts using this very simple and easy technique, and thank you for watching.